Going, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another glorious episode of Talking Trends for March 7th, Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
Happy the humpiest of days.
To everybody tuning in on the chat, decided to check my phone, make sure what date it was.
It's always a good idea.
I get a little confused these days.
You always have the pause right before you tell us the date.
I do.
That's okay. You're double checking your facts. I like that.
Welcome to Talking Trends for the year 2022.
I love the year that you chuck in there too.
You have to.
Yes. Welcome everybody. Oh my God, there's a huge list here. Kelsey, Ashley, Lisa, Julie, Lauren, Brandy, Tony, Yogi in the house, Brian, Solo, B Solo, and Margaret and Mary. Thank you everybody for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Damn.
On this humpiest of hump days.
On the hump day.
In 2018.
I hope everybody gets a pump on a hump day.
Pump your hump.
Yeah.
You're going to get your pump on your hump later.
Gonna get my pump on after the show.
Yes, as usual.
Not necessarily any kind of hump, though.
Well, your cardio day.
Just cardio day at the gym.
Listen, that's a hard day, bro.
I'll give you a hard day. Anyway.
Jesus. What just happened here now? What happened? We didn't even start.
No, we didn't. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those tuning in this month for the first time, me and Tony have decided to challenge ourselves for the month of March to not swear during the course of this show.
Just during the broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because other than that, we swear like sailors.
The motto is, if you can't say it in church, that's a push-up.
That's what we came up with yesterday. Yeah, if you can't say it in church, that's a swear and that's a push-up.
That's a push-up
for sure.
So any swear word is 10 push-ups.
10 push-ups. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I forgot one of my dongles for my laptop.
Is that a swear word?
Hopefully not.
Why? No.
I forgot one of my dongles for my laptop, so one camera that we had, the push-up cam, won't be available. But we can switch. We can turn the other camera around. It's not a big issue.
Take our word for it. We're witnessing.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
I'll do push-ups right on this goddamn table.
Listen, the table might not make it.
Never mind. I'll keep going.
You swore! Unbelievable! I can't believe it. That's 10, bro. That's unreal. You love that word, too. Go do it. I'm going to listen, guys, take my word for it. He's doing them right now. He said what he said. He swore. And that was actually the first swear he had yesterday, too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Listen, that was his first swear yesterday too. The same. You like that word for some reason. It's the first thing out your mouth.
It just rolls off my tongue in the morning.
You can't say that in church. You cannot say that in church. That's for sure.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Anyway, it's good. It's good. I like it. I'm not free yet. We've got a long episode to go here.
This is true.
I'm screwed for sure.
So yeah, we have an interesting episode coming up for you. So we're going to talk about the topics that we're going to be talking about.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. First up, McDonald's celebrating International Women's Day.
Props to McDonald's. 2 days in a row we got stories on that.
You get a little cheers for that one, McDonald's. Nice. Also, McDonald's, I celebrate International Women's Day every day.
Well, you already shooting down McDonald's, man. They're trying to do something nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Up next, Coca-Cola.
Yeah. It's a big brand day today.
Yeah, very big brand. Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by any of these guys.
No, not yet.
Not yet. They're apparently going to be dipping into the alcoholic beverage market.
Weird.
I didn't think... I mean, it's like a family brand.
It is, and it's targeted towards young people for the majority of the case. So anyway, we'll get into that. That's interesting.
And then we have a follow-up with a story we had a couple days ago, or maybe last week. There was a guy who took a $1,600 drunken Uber ride from West Virginia to New Jersey.
Yeah.
But there's a new twist to this story.
Interesting.
A very interesting twist. I don't want to give it away right now.
It's a nice twist.
Yeah.
It's very good.
And finally, Tony will be talking about the RCMP telling people essentially, I think, eating and driving is now illegal.
There's a few things on their list that you can't do while you're driving, and you can get fined for it that you may not know of. So we'll go through that list.
Interesting.
Some pretty common things, too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Oh, yes.
You want to set it off with the McDonald's situation?
Let's get right into Mickey D's, because I think that's a good way to kick things off any day of the week. McDonald's is, they're doing a good thing. Doing a good thing. McDonald's celebrating International Women's Day with a big gleaming W. So they're going to turn the arch upside down. Not on all their signs, obviously, but on their uniforms. They're going to be doing a special uniform. I think it starts Thursday. It starts tomorrow. The arches have been physically flipped on their uniforms. Starting Thursday, International Women's Day, the upside-down arch will be replaced with a right-side-up arch across McDonald's digital channels, and as well, like I said, the uniforms. Lewis said, Lewis is the chief diversity officer, Wendy Lewis at McDonald's, said that the flipping the logo is in honor of the extraordinary accomplishments of women everywhere. The restaurant chain will also mark the occasion at another 100 U.S. locations. I don't know how many locations are in. I think yesterday we talked about 3,500 across the U.S.
Oh, my God.
So they're doing it at 100 locations anyway, where McDonald's employees will wear special hats and shirts with the logo flipped. In recent years, the company has started using International Women's Day to broadcast their views on gender equality. Quote-unquote, International Women's Day is a perfect opportunity for brands to talk about their commitment to empowerment, which I think is a good thing. It's a perfect venue to get out there and enhance your brand perception. I have a bit of a problem with this. I don't have a problem with
Talk to him, Tony.
I don't have a problem with them celebrating and of course embracing International Women's Day. Great thing. I love it. I hate the fact that it's a day. You know what I mean? Or like a week or whatever. Like we were talking about it before the show. Like we talk about inequality as far as pay goes when it comes to men and women in the workplace.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the case for McDonald's. I don't know. I would imagine that maybe in some of the higher up positions,
For sure.
that it would still exist.
Yeah.
Maybe why don't you make that a little more equal?
Yeah, let's
in
do that
honor
for
of that day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
and honor for time
yeah,
and ongoing and forever.
They keep it going. Why just do it for a day?
Exactly.
You know, if you really want to mark something, I mean, listen, McDonald's is a big enough company. They make enough money.
Right.
You might want to make some of those big positions. I mean, I would imagine that inequality in pay doesn't come into play until it's the higher levels. Like everyone on the floor is obviously probably equal, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
So I mean, I think you should definitely step your game up, and that would be a great movement for McDonald's.
I think so too.
Right.
Again, we're no experts on this, so if there are experts who you guys may know, who have a better depth of knowledge on this, who like to take the hot seat and tell us more about this, more than welcome, because I'm generally interested in this whole debate between gender inequality for when it goes to the pay scale for corporate workplaces and workplaces in general.
Yeah, Ashley says I think women should get free nuggets that day then too. Well, I mean, I suppose it might be a good thing.
I will sign up as a lady.
Yeah, I'll be down for that all day long. The other interesting fact is that when it comes to managers at the store location, 6 out of 10 are actually women.
Okay.
So, and I don't know if it goes down that low where managers of the store locations are paid equally as men. I don't know. If they're not, I think that would be a great gesture to maybe put that movement maybe forward.
There's a lot of gestures that a lot of companies should do for this day and a bunch of other days throughout the year.
Totally. So I think you said, I mean, you're right. I mean, limiting it to one day is not really super. I get what they're doing. It's cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more of a look at us, what we're doing.
Right.
Instead of look at us, what we're doing in the sense of here's more money for women in higher positions and that kind of thing to make it more equal. I mean, it's it's an equality movement.
Yeah.
So you should probably do something in the realm of equality.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference in their lives.
For sure.
You know, flipping a logo on a shirt's not going to make a woman's difference in.
I probably would, honestly, I would.
Right.
I don't even know if I would notice it if I were to go into McDonald's. I'd be like, oh, the person has their shirt inside out.
Yeah. I don't
and
know.
Upside down.
Yeah, I would just say like, and then they screwed up your logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe something like that. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think it's a good gesture. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to shoot them down because they are trying to do something positive. But I think that they could probably take it one step further.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of more McDonald's, I mean, again, as you're saying, huge company. I think a lot of, and this is clearly in the public eye, I think a lot more companies should follow up with something somewhat similar or, you know what, raise the bar like we're kind of saying.
Yeah, take the next step forward. I mean, you're a company that's an international, worldwide company that is probably one of the highest grossing companies, I imagine, in the world.
Yeah.
You could probably afford to take this step, and it would set a great example for other companies that are of equal value or less that are coming up. It would set a great example. Like if McDonald's is doing it, like that would set a great example.
Everybody has to get on that.
And you know, I think it's a good move, especially when they talk about 6 out of 10 managers are U.S. Sorry, I said U.S. In the U.S. are women. I mean, that's pretty good. I almost swore there. Very close. Very close. But if the 6 out of 10 are women, That's probably a good move.
Exactly. When that makes up, definitely a majority of your managerial workforce. Managerial? Is it managerial?
That's a word. That's a word.
Yeah.
But good on them for doing what they're doing. Agreed. I think they could go one step further. That's just my opinion. But
agreed.
Happy International Women's Day, though.
Yeah.
That's props up to that for sure.
Shouts out
to the women working hard every day.
I'm going to get my grandmother some roses tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah.
For International Women's Day.
International Grandmother's Women's Day.
You are the dude.
Going to try. Yeah. What are you and your cold heart going to do tomorrow, Tony?
Why? Why it's got to be like that?
Hey, man.
My black heart will be doing
another thing.
I will be celebrating at McDonald's. I'm actually going to be curious. It's only a U.S. thing, I guess, what they're doing this thing for. So,
which is odd, too. You think they could, could bleed over into, I don't know, international waters, if it were?
You would figure. It doesn't cross the border, apparently. Welcome, Natasha, Pam, and GQ #1 in the house.
GQ #1, shouts out.
Mad respect. And shouts out to Rexdale.
Always shouts out.
Yes.
Up next, we have this interesting story coming from another big brand, Coca-Cola.
The biggest of brands.
They're apparently planning to produce an alcoholic drink for the first time in the company's 125-year history.
Interesting.
So it is keen to cash in on the country's growing taste. Mm-hmm. And this is like in China, I believe they're going to do this.
Okay.
So they're going to do a canned sparkling flavored drink that's going to be called Shochu.
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 Shochu, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Tony.
I confirm that with my Asian people.
Yes, all right. The product is typically between 3% and 8% alcohol by volume. Senior Coca-Cola executive in Japan said the move was a modest experiment for a specific slice of our market. We haven't experimented in a low alcoholic category before, but it's an example of how we continue to explore opportunities outside our core areas. It's unlikely the drink will be sold outside of Japan, he suggested. But yeah, it's going to be marketed as an alternative to beer. And also going in with the International Women's Day, it's going to be, they say, popular with the female drinkers.
Oh, really? You say that it's not going to expand outside of...
Not for now.
Okay.
Who knows? Depending on if it gets really popular, I would assume the money would speak for itself, and it would slowly leak over into other countries.
Huh. Interesting. I think that I don't know if that's a good move or a bad move. It's weird because Coca-Cola, when I picture, Coca-Cola has a wide range of market age-wise, but I still think that they target a younger demographic.
I think so. I think personally, it's not the best move.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I think it's kind of a bad look almost.
Could you imagine like a drunk driving accident, and then the story will be like, drunk driver drinking a Coca-Cola. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Or shouts out the name brand.
Yeah, that
perhaps.
I don't know. Be very bad.
Yeah.
Especially when you're, like I said, your target demographic is younger people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when they had the flavored cigars and cigarettes that were kind of like,
they
had the different flavors that were appealing to younger audience.
Yep.
I think this is kind of that same dangerous road.
125 years, guys, you've been doing one thing. Why do you want to switch it up?
Is there really a demand for Coke to go alcoholic?
I don't think so.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's weird. It's just, it's just overall weird.
I think that if you go to, there's the things, different parts of the world, you get more flexibility than here in North America. Like, if you go to McDonald's in the UK, you can buy a beer with your meal.
Yes.
It's a bit more flexible, a little less rigid. Mm-hmm. And I think same thing in Asia, you can do the same thing there. So I think that's why they're trying it out there.
Right.
Because maybe that's a bit more, it's a little more liberal.
Okay.
Here, it's a lot more conservative, I think, in most cases.
Right.
I don't think there's any McDonald's here in North America that you can buy beer with your Big Mac. To my knowledge.
Not that I know. If anybody knows out there, if you have purchased such said alcoholic beverage at a McDonald's in North America, let us know.
Because I think it goes along with the same thing. You're targeting a younger... McDonald's is still targeting a younger market. So, it's okay.
And that's kind of weird, too. Yeah, if you're able to buy... I suppose you're able to buy drinks at, family restaurants as well, too.
You are, but, it's like... Ronald McDonald isn't your spokesperson for some of those restaurants.
Right.
You don't have a playground at most of those restaurants.
Right? Hey, man.
And there's no Happy Meal. I mean, there is. No, you're right. There is, I guess. But
I mean, there's all kinds, like Dave and Buster's, Chuck E. Cheese. I'm sure you could probably get alcoholic beverages.
Can you get booze at Chuck E. Cheese?
You can go to theme parks. You can go to Disney World and drink at Disney World. Universal Studios. Those all cater to family-oriented situations.
When Universal Studios is a different entity because that's not Disney.
I'm just saying the whole family category we're talking about, and like the general perception of a company.
Yeah.
Anyway, interesting move. It's probably going to stay in Japan unless the demand gets super crazy.
A lot of comments. Gail says Coca-Cola can get rid of the rust. Well, yeah, they've had some weird experiments with Coca-Cola getting rid of rust off of a certain metal object.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's why I can't put that stuff in my body, man.
They're involved in so many sporting events. Really good point. They make Full Throttle energy drinks, I believe, as well. That's a Coke product. I think Full Throttle is a Coke product.
Right.
It's not alcoholic, but I'd be argued that it could be actually just as bad, if not worse.
Mm-hmm.
Jeanette says KFC on Spring Garden was licensed in the past.
Whoa.
Which I didn't know about, and she should know because she owns a Visage Day Spa. Shouts out to Visage. Always give me some decent tan, baby. But she said it didn't fly.
Okay.
So you can do it.
Interesting.
Whether the public or whoever chimed in and didn't want, I don't know. That's weird. I didn't know that, actually.
Also, do you think that maybe a majority of drinks are already mixed with Coca-Cola? Do you think, like, come on, guys. You're already part of a lot of drinks.
The rum and Coke, the classic rum and Coke.
The classic dad rum and Coke.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
Why do you want to just, like, switch it up and have your own entity of alcohol? You're part of a great marriage of a drink, if you will.
They must see something there financially and a piece of the market that's missed. I mean, I don't know. They're trying it out in Asia, obviously, like you said. So, but it's a different market than here. It's a weird place to test it because it's not the same as here.
Yeah, you need to go to a market where drinks are heavily consumed. You need that frat life. That university frat life.
Yeah, I think we know what would happen.
We're all the Brads and the classic the frat boys.
Because every frat boy is named Brad.
Yeah, it's an online
Bradley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why you dip into something that you're already doing all right at. Why change your game? You're right.
It happens to a bunch of companies.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Up next, a very interesting follow-up. Speaking of kind of on the drink situation.
Very interesting, yes.
So we covered the story where a drunk man took a $1,600 Uber ride to New Jersey the other week. But now the same guy, the story caught a little bit of headlines.
Yeah.
He's getting some help from a local company. So the New Jersey man who got drunk in West Virginia and amassed a $1,635 bill from Uber to his home state has given a little bit of a lifeline. Kenny Bachman, the drunken man in the Uber who lives in New Jersey, drunkenly ordered the ride, believing it would take him back to where he was staying near West Virginia University. He unfortunately fell asleep in the car and later awoke 2 hours into a 300-mile journey, having no idea where he was going initially. So the founder of Eat Clean, Bro.
Nice name. I like that.
Right?
I like that.
A New Jersey meal delivery company said Tuesday he would pay his fare and donate $415 he raised on a GoFundMe page to Mothers Against Drunk Driving. So,
hello.
Good look on Eat Clean, Bro.
Listen, Eat Clean, Bro. I like that. I mean, that was a funny story. It was kind of sad at the same time, but it was like,
you know what though? It was a sad. It tugged on a lot of emotions because the guy, honestly, as we were talking about this story and describing it, like the Uber driver went through so many tolls and apparently didn't have any cash on him to pay for the tolls. But the guy who took the $1,600 Uber ride, he was nice enough to still go to an ATM and give him money for the tolls that he had missed, and even the tolls on the way back.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's pretty good.
Pretty good considering, like, man, you're about to get dinged $1,600 for an Uber ride.
Man, at that point, if you're going to get him the money for the tolls, you'd figure at that point he would have known how far he traveled. Like, you owe me for 8 tolls.
Oh, I think when he woke up, he probably had an idea what the situation was.
Yeah, he must have been really obliterated.
Yeah, because I think in the article he did say, because questions were like, oh, why wouldn't he just get out like halfway?
Right.
And he responded, well, what am I supposed to do? Just get out on the highway.
On the middle of nowhere. Yeah,
Right.
in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, absolutely.
So you just got to kick back, enjoy it, have a good conversation with your Uber driver.
Yeah. What's it called? Eat Clean Bro. I like that. Good shout out to them.
Yeah, Eat Clean Bro in New Jersey. So they're not only paying his $1,600 tab on his Uber, but donating an additional $415 to Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
What a great marketing move. What a brilliant marketing move.
Good marketing move.
Jeez.
Good marketing move. And you know what? I would hopefully that's the secondary thing. Maybe this gentleman whoever owns this business, doesn't say. Oh, it is a he apparently. Yeah. So maybe he had some sort of connection with a drunk driver in the past or what have you. Yeah, and maybe this he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna donate this to a good cause. Yeah. But also the guy he was obliterated. And he was able to call an Uber instead of hopping in a vehicle and potentially
good on him
killing somebody.
Absolutely.
So, good on him morally. Good look. And, number 2, great look for your company.
Gail says, spreading the kindness.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. She also mentioned Becca's battle with butterscotch is a great story to cover. We're going to have to check that. I don't know what that is. I didn't hear about that. So
what's that?
It's called Becca's Battle with Butterscotch.
Okay.
Great story gone worldwide. There's a Facebook about her. Okay, we'll check that out. Facebook page about her. Becca's Battle with Butterscotch. I don't know what that is, but we're definitely going to check that out, Gail. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, we'll definitely get on that for sure.
Yeah.
And finally, interesting story. It's kind of funny because I saw one of my friends, other Tony, post about...
There's another Tony?
There's another Tony. Man. He's a little nicer.
I don't like that guy. He doesn't have a black heart.
No. Cooks a mean meal.
Oh, the guy that never... Yeah, I got to go eat there sometime. Right? This guy's got the greatest Instagram in the world.
Right? Papa Rave, we call him.
Yep.
So you got this interesting thing that the RCMP are now warning people when driving.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can get pulled over for, but you can be pulled over and charged as much as $400 for a single offense. Some of these things you never even know you're not allowed to do while you're driving. So Canada is cracking down on its distracted driving problem with the rollout of stricter laws that impose harsher penalties and fines on guilty offenders. Such measures are more necessary now as distracted drivers have claimed more lives than impaired drivers. So distracted driving is killing more people than impaired driving now. Specifically in British Columbia and Ontario. Some of the things you may not know, some of the things we do know, but some of the things were a little bit of a surprise for me. So some things that you could be charged for as a distracted driver. Number 1, talking on a cell phone.
Clearly.
Which I think we all know about. Texting, which I think is another one that's fairly...
Clearly.
This one here, reading books and maps and news. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be reading a book.
Who's pulling out the map these days?
Who's reading a Stephen King novel as they're trying to drive down the road? I don't know. The map with GPS, you never need it.
Picture this is like this.
Yeah. Smoking.
That's a new one.
That's a surprising one. Because I see people smoking all the time as they drive.
And vaping. Shouts out to the Vape Nation out there.
The Vape Nation who smoke the heck out of their car.
Yeah, it honestly looks like it's like they're hotboxing their car.
It looks like it's on fire.
Yeah.
Like the amount of smoke that comes out of these vape machines.
Which actually, that makes sense to me.
That would, oh,
especially if you have a couple of the Vape Nations in one car. Vape Natiors.
You got to be limited to one Vape Nationer at one time. Because I'm telling you, it looks like a forest fire coming out of those cars sometimes.
Imagine 4 people in the car doing that.
Can you imagine? Oh.
And a baby vapor.
And a baby.
And a baby vapor in there too.
And the baby's back there vaping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Got to get a little baby vape.
I got to get my vape on too.
Right.
Smoking, personal grooming. So sometimes you see, very rarely do you see people shaving.
Could you imagine?
Listen, I'm telling you, I have seen it before, but no, not that kind of. Listen.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is a personal. This is a family show.
Okay, apologize.
It's not really a family show, but anyway.
Well, we're not swearing, so it pretty much is.
We're not. We're doing good.
Yeah.
So if you're shaving or whatever your personal grooming regimen would be, that possibly whatever he was demonstrating a second ago, this one is a huge shock. Adjusting the radio or playing or a CD, adjusting the radio, playing extremely loud music. The loud music I can see because I've heard that in the past where it's like, you know, it's too loud. It can be a distraction.
Yeah, you can't hear like emergency vehicles.
So what are you saying? I can't change the channel on my radio? You're going to pull me over for that? Like, what?
Is this... Here's conspiracy TK coming out.
Yes.
Is this now because the weed law is coming into effect, and now this is maybe reasons why they can potentially pull you over? Because it's going to be hard to... under what pretenses are you pulling me over now? And now there's giving this huge list.
Yeah.
And it's like, no breathing in the car, by the way.
It's no, you can't talk to anybody in the car.
Yeah.
And actually, that is one of them.
Don't you dare fart.
That's another one. Talking to passengers while fatigued. You can't talk to your passenger.
Are you serious? How are you supposed to know?
It's on the list.
You're
fatigued and you were talking to your partner.
I think conspiracy TK might be on to something.
He's got a little something going.
He's on the case now.
And the last one is eating and driving.
I kind of get eating and driving because you know what? There's times where your boy goes to a little Mary Brown's.
Yeah.
And I get that little Mary burger.
Little Mary's nice.
Yeah, and then I'm just eating it, and I'm just enthralled and in love with this little burger.
Yes.
I sometimes am a little distracted.
Right.
Not so much. I would get in an accident, but I get that. I mean, if you're doing like if you're especially if something falls in your lap or you're drinking coffee and it falls in your lap.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can totally see that.
Some of those are understandable, but talking to your passengers, while fatigued.
So just how would you even know? You're right.
I can't. Could you imagine? Excuse me. Do you know why I pulled you over, sir?
Yeah, you're fatigued.
You're fatigued, and I saw you talking to your passenger. I'd be like, what? So you don't know me? You don't know what I look like? Fatigued?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be better that I'm talking about? I'm staying awake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should be. In fact, you should be giving me money.
Yeah, give me a reverse fine.
Yeah, give me
I'm
fining you.
Jeanette says, I know people who put on their makeup while driving to work. Every red light. She says it's unreal.
Me too.
I think I've seen that before too. Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Emma Lynn says, finally, get rid of the vape and smoke. Just give me an excuse to tell people not to do it in my car.
That's number one rule when you get in my car. There's no smoking. You better not even light up that vape. Is it even turn on that vape, I suppose, yeah.
Mike Younger says, hey, Tony, what up, Mike? How you doing, baby? And the final thing is, when they talk about the eating and driving, they're saying it's best to avoid eating and drinking. So if you're drinking a water, they're saying recommended if you need to take a drink, wait until you're stopped at a red light. So even if I'm driving, I can't take a sip of my water bottle. That's distracting in itself. They're saying wait till you get to red light.
Well, I usually do.
Easy.
I know.
Easy.
I do pull up to stop signs and red lights, and I do.
That's your sipping time?
Check on things, and I do. Okay. But you know what? I have my water bottle. I'm squeezing it into my mouth. Pause. Anyway.
Last year, the BC RCMP released a tweet reminding Canadians that eating a bowl of soup while driving could lead to a $368 fine and add 6 demerits to one's record. I don't know if all the foods I was going to eat while I'm driving, soup would probably be the last one I would try.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to quickly pull up my...
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
That's interesting. I'm going to quickly pull up my friend Tony's Facebook because he posted a status today. Okay. That's almost... It's basically what we are talking about, oddly enough, today.
Yeah.
And it says... Oh, did he get rid of it? Oh, God. Tony, you're making me look bad here.
People who regularly go through drive-thrus or utilize their cup holders are particularly triggered by the law, saying that it's still possible to keep one's eye on the road and one hand on the wheel while occasionally snacking with the other. I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to say what I do while I'm driving. Mike says, focus on the road. When I go to the range, I'm looking where I'm shooting. A car is a deadly weapon. Aim it properly. Good point. Absolutely a great point. What's the difference between soup and coffee? Nothing, I would say. Margaret says. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I'm a weird person when it comes to that, and I get a lot of stuff done in the car. I don't know. Maybe I'm guilty of a lot of things in the car.
I'm definitely guilty of quite a lot of these things. I don't know if I guess I could say that. Whatever. Not going to pull me over now.
No,
because I already did it. I already put my makeup on today. Done did.
Looking right pretty.
Right, looking beautiful.
Yes.
Anyway, I think a lot of those rules. Again, I think this is kind of coinciding.
Yep.
with the whole weed thing, because now they're gonna have all these options to pull you over with no reason at all. Now it's almost they're like basically this is how they pull you over for if you want to smoke up and whatever. I know I have a couple friends that do. Yeah, this is another reason for them to pull you over and be like, you're under the influence.
I mean, it just seems like it's any excuse they can have in their list of things to pull you over, and I think you're right with the weed thing coming down the line.
I'm not even a weed smoker, and I feel like I'm on this different plane of consciousness of what the RCMP is doing right now.
Well, just be careful out there, guys. I mean, the less distractions as you're driving, the better. Obviously, try to keep it to a minimum.
Yeah, if you got Bluetooth, turn it on. I mean, I called my friend IV today on Bluetooth.
I don't know. Was that still legal?
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, man, you did it again. Unbelievable, man. He loves that word. Another 10 push-ups for swearing. You know it's push-up week here.
Can I just do them on the table?
Dude, no, don't do it. You'll break the table. Another 10 push-ups. You going to do them on the table? All right, go ahead. You're good. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, right in front of the camera. Here we go. Can we get you all on the camera? I'm going to look at it. Wait. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 4. Get all the way down there. 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9. It was just your ass going up and down in the camera. That's all it was, really. That's all good. Anyway, you got to stop cussing if you can't say it in church. That's going to be a push-up. But yeah. So anyway, be careful as you're driving out there, folks. Some things are a little bit surprising on that list. That was good the way you looked at the camera right in the end. That was nice.
Yeah.
Some things you shouldn't be doing as you're driving. Just avoid eating soup. That's one. Yeah. Big one. But be careful. The RCMP can legitimately pull you over for any of these reasons, and you have no argument because it is part of the law, as they say. So
I'm not sure who passed, what crazy person passed all these, but
well. Don't smoke weed every day and drive.
That's the key. What was that? Sorry, I didn't know Nate Dogg was in the house. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Nate Dogg.
What up?
Hey, whoa.
Whoa, what's happening?
Damn, Nate Dogg.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so what do you say? That's today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Yes. And if you don't follow Talking Trends, I suggest you should. Hit that little search bar on the Facebook toolbar at the top and hit in We Talking Trends. And give us a little like, give us a little follow.
Just do it.
And
we would appreciate it.
Yeah, we really honestly appreciate it. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate your time. We don't want to take too much of it, so that's why the show is roughly like half hour, 35 minutes. Ish. Friday, we have a guest coming.
Is it Friday? Friday. You all confirmed?
No, they'll be for next week.
Oh, that's next week?
We'll have DJ IV for Friday.
Do you have somebody this week?
DJ IV for Friday.
Okay.
And then next week we hope to get, I'm just going to say it, a Vandal Donuts. Boom. The owners of Vandal's Donuts.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a good show.
Drop the bomb. That's next week?
It's going to be, we're going to put it in the air.
It's going to be a deadly show.
It's going to be great. Yeah. I'm going to do a lot of cardio before that show.
You better. I'm going to have to too.
We're going to be eating a lot of donuts on air.
Yogi said that Tony, you should do 10 push-ups for the culture. What culture? What are you talking about? I didn't swear. I was good. I was being good.
See how old Tony is, Yogi? Listen, culture. He doesn't even know.
No.
He doesn't even know.
Can't.
Tony, do 10 push-ups for the culture.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
He doesn't even know.
I'd break this table.
Unbelievable.
How is it fair, though? You're the one who got to swear a couple times. I didn't even swear.
For the culture, Tony. All right. Oh, there you go. There you go. That wasn't hard.
He said laugh his ass off. Where am I going to go?
I don't know where you want to go.
I'm not going on the table.
Okay, no?
Over here.
Okay.
The last time was just a butt shot when you did yours.
Okay.
All right. Oh, God.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice.
Hear them cracks?
Yeah, I heard your knees cracking. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize I didn't bring the dongle for the other cam. It is... yesterday's show was perfect.
You happy, Yogi?
Shouts out, Johan.
You happy?
But yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into today's show. Tomorrow we'll be back at the same time, 5 o'clock. We hope to see you then. We'll have another wickedest show with some good topics coming up. And shouts out to always Car Productions for the great graphics.
Always
at the beginning and throughout and the end of each show.
We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, let's do it again tomorrow.
All right, sounds like a plan. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you then. Be easy, be positive, and take care.